Hello, this is Dr. Gill. The webinar we're about ready to present to you is of my invent. I came out with this and I'm very pleased with it. I hope you see the light. There's a new program that we're starting at Advanced Medical called GameStar. GAME stands for Guardian Angels Metrics by Experts. A lot of plurals, angels, metrics, experts. What this is a series of games for age groups 4 to 8, 8 to 12, 12 to 18, and all the games are free. And what we determine from the games are problem areas. So first, you just run a game called Family. It's an adventure of a haunted house it has a scoring system with your family. But we determine if there's abuse in this game. And who's abusing who? And friends. We have a friends team to defend the castle. Scoring team again, a scoring system again. But we determine if there's a bully, and if the kid himself or herself is a bully. And then we run something called fun. We can be a monkey in a spaceship, IndyCar racer, personality testing, a number of things. And we determine 5 cognitive problems. And while the child is running the game, our experts are observing the child for physical problems. So in the end, we get a composite. And what we determine, there are certain common factors that with mental illness and abuse. So composite results let us know about the brain disorders. Lack of judgments depends on the game scenarios. Chronic guilt. All of this is all interpretable from the way the game is played. Severe family issues and being or finding a jerk. So those are the things that we do. The more adult game is figuring out a person's personality. And starting at about 12, this becomes actually pretty much fun. And you can actually find out your girlfriend or boyfriend what their personality is and see if you're compatible. If you are an FP versus a TJ, that's normal. That's being a female and being a male. But if you're an SP and a TJ, that's actually opposing one another, because the S means a lot of sensing, the T means a lot of thinking. So one person is looking for a lot of data, the other person is looking for the big picture. And then a person that's a J is a judger, which means their own time and so on. A person that's a P is more like an artist, doesn't think much about being on time. So the people that are censors and doesn't think about being on time versus the thinkers that do think about being on time, it's not a good match. So it's known that TJs don't match up with SPs. All right, so our nonverbal observations: body posture, skin discoloration, range of movements, eye twitches, eye contact, gestures, facial expressions, all of this we make note of as expert observationists. And here's what we might see as well. And we see strange symptoms. Well, you can't see abdominal pain, but you can get it reported. All right, so here's a number of things that you can't see, but the things that you can see are double starred here: fatigue, skin rashes, ability to focus, tremors, muscle weakness, and so on. And all of these symptoms relate to bad diet and potential heavy metal poisoning, such as lead, mercury, and so on. So when we see these kinds of symptoms, we highly recommend doing hair analysis. And we find out your physical problems and symptoms. If you have too little of these in your diet or too much in your diet, this trace element, you're going to have problems. And here are the problems listed. A lot of people don't realize that if you don't get 15 milligrams of iron, you're going to have anemia. But if you have 100 milligrams of iron, your possibility of having Parkinson is quite high. And we've known this since 2008. Zinc, no matter which way you go, it's going to hurt your immune system or burn it off. So it's going to be too strong for the system or not enough to support it. Copper, so we're talking about iron, zinc, copper, iodine, selenium, and chromium. Those are the key trace elements, these 6. And it's really hard to get them in your diet. The best thing to do is to take multiple vitamins daily. And the selenium and chromium, I've yet to see that in hair analysis chart, anyone actually have enough. So the vitamins are important. So how we work games, magic, advanced medical. We can use hair analysis to detect trace element problems. This is for ages 4 through 18, as well as adults. The only difference is we don't charge the youngsters. 19 or above, we charge you $1 per game. 3 games, that's $3. And you get the same analysis. That's an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And it's better to be a client, that is, let's prevent, than to be a patient that means you have a problem. So our position is we play mind games and expert observation, and we deliver for the parents. So these are online applications inside of our clinic called GameStar, Guardian Angels Metrics by Experts, free for kids, and we measure normal, super kid, or needs help. And we employ body metrics, games, and extra observations. Questions?